Hey there, before I start the video, I would like to kindly request you to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy watching my content. It doesn't cost you a single thing, but it means a great deal to me. So please smack that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Well, hello there. Thank you for tuning in to Check It Out videos. My name is Isaac Check, and once again we have a wet box. This came all the way from China again. Yes, it's from Baltany or Baltany, whichever way pronounced. Yes, this is my second watch from them on AliExpress based on my previous purchase with them. So got high hopes for this one as well. Great value proposition for money. Remember to sanitize your packages amidst the pandemic before opening them. That's why my box is wet. So let's get to the unboxing. So again, I communicated with Joey from Octopus Kraken on AliExpress, and as expected, great packaging. Comes with a nice microfiber cloth and a solid carry case with good protection and plastic wrapped around the watch. Wow, right off the packaging, it feels very solid. The strap is really stiff. I guess you need to run it in a bit. Great dial, look at that. Okay, let's get rid of that final plastic protection. And wow, gorgeous. Look at that shine of that sapphire crystal. Domed pretty high as well. The side profile. The case is looks like it's sand-blasted grey. Oh, perfect. So let me try on. Oh, sorry, I forgot I'm wearing a watch. Okay, put it on this hand. Oh, wow. Looks great. On that stiff NATO strap. It's a bit stiff. Maybe you need to run it in. Maybe give it about 2 weeks. Overall, very happy with this piece. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the specs. So before we get too into the watch, I'd like to highlight that all their watches comes with this really nice, solid, sort of tactile fabric box with foam padding and their own cleaning cloth. It's a microfiber cleaning cloth. I think it just adds more value to the money of the watch, is because you're only paying 99 USD, and it comes with this wonderful carrying case along with this awesome watch. So let's get the specs out of the way. This is a quartz, as you can see from the ticking seconds hand, and it's powered by a Seiko VD78 movement. Does not have any jewels, but accuracy is about plus 20 seconds a month. So it's got a small seconds hand on the 6 o'clock, and surprise, one of the best features of this watch, of the movement, is it's got a hacking seconds hand. How awesome is that for a quartz movement? So you can stop it right there, set the time. So far I've had this watch for 2 weeks on the wrist and it hasn't lost a second. The setting of the time is really smooth. Pop it back on. So case material, stainless steel 316, and the overall case is looks like it has a sand-blasted finish. Nice, great feel to it, which is true to the original Dirty Dozen from World War II with this color tone. Case diameter is 36 mm. Thickness, there's a few ways to count this. So if you exclude the dome crystal, it's about 11 mm. Including the dome crystal is about 14 mm. And if you include this double pass NATO strap, it's about 19 millimeters. So yeah, it does have a bit of a wrist presence if you wear it that way. I prefer to have it on different straps, and probably I'll just use a single pass instead of a double pass when I wear this. Weight of the watch is about 70 grams on this supplied NATO strap. Strap is really tough. It's a thick one. You can feel how rigid it is, but it's only been 2 weeks on my wrist, so gotta give it some time for it to wear in. But it's a real solid one. The lug width for the NATO strap is 18 mm, so you have plenty of straps option out there if you like to choose. I'll be putting this piece as well on my next strap video change, show the different types of strap it can match with as well. So along with the requirements of the Dirty Dozen, so this has to be a black dial, numerals, a minute track, and a small seconds hand on the 6 o'clock. So along with that, you can see with that black dial, AR coating on this might not be enough, but well, won't ask for much for a $99 watch. So you can see the reflectiveness here. Yeah. And one of the coolest features of this piece is the lume. It has a two-tone lume, a green superluminova on the outside, and the numerals has a nice icy blue tone to it. Could be BGW9. From the site in the AliExpress, it states that this has a water resistant to 100 meters. So I don't think you have any issue because it's got a screw down case back, screw down crown. Everything looks nice, well finished. So just pop the strap open, show you the case back. Unsigned case back, nice and clean. Well, too bad they don't have that www from the original Dirty Dozen, but well, can't ask for much again. $99. So they have two options for this, one with a sterile dial and one with the logo and the broad arrow. Of course, I went with the one with their logo and the broad arrow because it just looks much better this way, in my opinion. Sterile dial kind of feels a bit weird with the top empty without any logo or broad arrow. So aside from the quartz, they have the mechanical version as well if you prefer one that stays more true to the original Dirty Dozen. But I prefer the sword hands because the mechanical comes with cathedral hands. Just gotta change the light there a bit. Okay, hope it's a bit more legible now. It looks really cool with the broad arrow. I think this is a must-have if you were to get a Dirty Dozen Homage or reiteration of this watch. Okay, I think it's about time I shed a bit of light on what is a Dirty Dozen, because I've been blabbering on about the Dirty Dozen and vintage World War II watch without giving a brief history on what is it. So I'm not going to go too into it, there's lots of articles out there, just gonna briefly cover the Dirty Dozen. During the Second World War, the British Military Ministry of Defense assigned 12 Swiss watch companies to build them military watch with criteria of black dial, Arabic numerals, and minute track. Has to be water resistant to that time standard, which is why you see all these watches look almost identical to each other. These companies consist of IWC, Longines, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Omega, Grana, Sima, Gurin, Lamania, Cetina, Timor, Vertex, and Record. Grana being the rarest among the bunch. On the case back, there's WWW followed by the broad arrow engraved on it. The WWW stands for World Wide Web. No, I'm just kidding. Internet was not invented then. Stands for a wristwatch and water resistance. Now, due to its popularity, several brands have made a comeback, including Timor, Vertex, and Longines. But Longines being 44mm. But all of which comes in a hefty price if you ask me. Like the Timor selling on Kickstarter for I think £650, as well as Vertex going for about I think a couple of thousand US, and Longines being limited edition, it will be quite difficult to get. Which led me to get another Baltany. As you guys have seen my previous one on the California dial. If you have not, do click on the link above if you want to check it out. The other watch from this same brand. They are one of those AliExpress brands, but not as popular. But I've got to say, I'm falling in love with their watches. Their quality and price is just unmatched in my opinion. And this is my second purchase from them. So I got a quartz. This will be my quartz beater, my grab and go watch, because all my other watches are mechanical. So if I don't have time to set it, this would be the one to go to. And with water resistance of 100 meters, I think this will do well in my daily activities, from the construction site to the office. Yeah, this would work. Much I wish to dip this watch into my fish tank for water resistance test. I am not going to for today because I have not cleaned this piece and I don't want contaminants going into my aquarium and killing my fish. So I'm just gonna put it on top. But I've been in the shower with this and it's not too bad. It does the job, that's what it claims. So really well finished, even at a macro level. It's unbelievable for a watch at this price point. You can see the depth of the dial. And if you zoom in close enough, you can see the dial, the texture on the dial is different on the second hand. It's got a radial brushing, and the rest of it is flat. Well, despite its lack of, it does have some anti-reflective coating, but it's still pretty glossy against that black dial. Outdoor legibility is still pretty good due to those contrasting numerals, hour markers, minute hands. Works really well. Alright, it's time for the proprietary Lume test. Lume on this piece is not bad. Lasts about 20 minutes and continues with a light hint of glow throughout the night. So that's how it looks like on my 16cm wrist, or 6 1/4 inch if you're using the Imperial system. Not too bad. I think it looks good for a small 36mm watch. So my only complaint for this would be the strap, because it's a really tough, really hard strap. So if you put pressure on, and it being 18mm, it feels like there's a small piece of like a hard thing pressing against your wrist, and that's not very comfortable. So for me, I like to wear it with a single pass if possible, like so. Reduce about 2 to 3mm of thickness as well. Although you get a bit of extra thickness here, that's fine. I think it's nice that it fills the gap from the lug widths, so it's much more comfortable this way. I'll be doing a tutorial on all the straps and whatnot, on all different configurations of NATO in my next video, so do stay tuned for that if you're curious. Wow, look at the time. It's almost lunchtime for me. Alright, I'll leave you guys here with
sexy time.
Thank you if you're still staying around at this point of the video. Do stay tuned. Up next for some strap changing videos. You see a bunch of straps has just arrived, and I'll be doing from bracelets, Milanese bracelets, fabric strap, sailcloth straps, silicone straps, NATO straps, rubber NATO straps, leather straps, all kinds of straps on changing on different types of lugs, from the usual pin lugs to wired lugs, to bracelets, to lugs. So do stay tuned. It's coming up next. Thank you.